Hello everyone and welcome. We're here with Gib from Gib O'Neill Construction. Thanks for being with us.
No, glad to be here.
And you're a member of the Home Builders Association. Tell
Yes.
us about the benefit of being a member of the Home Builders Association.
I would say the greatest benefit of being a member of the Home Builders Association would definitely be the networking and the resources that you can pull, especially if you need something last minute or an answer that you're just having trouble finding. We have every single trade in the business in there. We have people that have been doing it longer and better than anybody else out there for a long time. So
Sure, and they run the Parade of Homes, they run the Home and Flower Show. Tell me about what you participate in and why.
The Parade of Homes, I don't typically do that because I'm a remodeler. We did start introducing some remodeling things into the Parade of Homes.
Sure.
But I definitely attend the Home and Flower Show every year, and I usually run a booth for the Professional Remodelers Council. Sure. This year we'll have a booth there representing the Home Builders Association and the Remodelers Council with all kinds of information on our organization and how to get in contact with us and all of our professionals that are part of the organization.
Sure. Now you've been doing this 18 years. You've been
Yes.
running your own business. What was the leap of faith like to go from the work you did in the flooring business to starting your own entity? 18 years ago?
Yeah, it actually started for me with a couple customers that were not satisfied with the builders they had at the time. And it was also a time that was incredibly busy, so a lot of people were overwhelmed. And when they wanted me to take over projects, I said, you got to start somewhere.
Sure.
So yeah, I started like that, actually by accident. It's something I wanted to do, but I wasn't quite ready. I didn't feel I was, and fortunately at the time, being that I've been a subcontractor for so long, I knew a lot of builders. I was friendly with a lot.
And there was
still
trust.
did.
They trusted you, and they said, "Here, we'd like you to take on a bigger project," and the business starts from there.
and or I had them as once again as a resource through the Home Builders Association to go to and pick their brains.
Take a look at some pictures you brought along here. This kitchen remodel. Tell us about this project.
Yeah, this was a remodel we did in 2013 in Bath. It was a home that had sat for 3 years completely shut down and unattended.
Wow.
It was absolutely, completely destroyed. But the setting was so amazing in the backyard where it looked down into a valley that the homeowner he really wanted to save it. And so in doing that, we went fairly all out on the project with keeping it kind of a different modern look than what we typically do.
Yeah, this is beautiful here. What are we seeing with the hardwood floors? Obviously, you know a lot of the flooring business.
Yeah,
certainly.
that's all hickory engineered,
Wow.
hand scraped floors. We hand built all the steps, all the entryways, the whole entire home except for the back hallway and a couple bedrooms are done in that material.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Very nice. Let's take a look at, very popular now, these big glass doors on the shower. And you brought a couple of these pictures along. There's this one. Let's see the next one here. And to have this, is this a different home then? What is this property?
Yeah, this is a property over by Portage Country Club. It was a full remodel, gut and remodel. One of the more popular things that we're seeing, definitely when you go into walk-in showers, a must-have is a sprayer. Everybody wants a sprayer, so when they go to clean, they have the ability just to hose the thing down, and I mean, it's a shower, why not?
I recall the next picture is another shot of the shower. Let's take a look. Yeah,
that's out of the shower,
out of the shower
into
the
bathroom.
Sure.
Yeah, and this one was more an example of getting everything they wanted into a small space, so a decent.
It looks like a fairly good-sized bathroom, but that's just making good use of the space with the glass doors.
Yeah, because it really wasn't that big.
Sure. All right, let's see what we have
We
here.
were able even to get a full bathtub.
That's looking the other way. Look at this. That's a nice bathtub.
Yeah.
Sure. And this is what you're describing as doing the wood up and down the staircase. And,
Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, all brand new stairs and railings and everything. In fact, this one we ended up not really being able to find what we wanted in the knoll posts, so we hand built each one on site. So
a lot of talent in the carpentry here and the woodworking.
Yeah.
And absolutely. Let's see the next shot here. And this is
that's the upstairs.
oh, very good again with the floors.
Yeah,
and the vaulted, what is that? Is that a vaulted ceiling? What do you describe here?
Yeah, that's a vaulted ceiling
Sure.
in that home. It only goes through part of the entryway and through the whole entire, it's called the living room area.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Again, another angle of the
Down,
stairs,
yep.
just beautiful. Yeah, let's see the next one there. This is an addition here that we did.
This is
Tell us about
this is in Fairlawn, Ohio, and it is an addition to increase the size of a sunroom. I had a customer that found himself constantly in his sunroom, and the house has big rooms all through it, and that would happen to be a sunroom that was.
This is an existing sunroom that we can see with those windows there on the corner of the house.
Shed roof coming.
And this is obviously the groundbreaking ceremony. Is this picture here?
Is the day we
Let's take a look at
started
some. I
digging.
think you have some additional shots of the work happening.
So
Obviously on the left would be sort of the existing sunroom right there.
Yes,
That wall is
and
probably
then
part of existing, and then the
right
roof
off the
line
back.
off the back there. Let's take a look, see if we have some of the additional work being done here.
Yep, so we
and
did
then
a
I think
fireplace
there's
with built-ins and bookshelves on the.
they didn't have a fireplace before, obviously,
Nothing.
so that's part of the
No,
new
that is actually the section that has been added on. So that
Sure.
is 16 by 16. Those windows you're looking at are actually 10 foot across by 7 foot
Oh wow!
high.
Let's take a look at the next one and see. I think there's an exterior. There was there was a finished shot in here somewhere.
Yeah.
This is with furnished and with the white. They came in and that's beautiful. With the flat screen TV over the fireplace.
Thank God for customers with good taste.
There you go. Well, you get into a little bit of interior design, or a lot of interior design. How
I
much of
get
that is
asked about it a lot, and it's not.
if you're a construction guy, do you have an interior designer come in, or do you just you say customers with good taste?
When
you
we
collaborate and it happens.
You're always going to have a customer that knows what they want.
Sure.
And for the most part, those go fairly well. There's always going to be some kind of change because what they thought they want doesn't exactly look like what they thought. When I see a real issue there, see something I see as not probably being right, then you just try to talk to them about it or bring in a designer. But anytime it's possible, anytime somebody can work it into their budget, a designer will be one of your biggest assets next to architects and things like that. Just because people don't realize how much there is to choose from out there.
Sure.
It's massive.
What's the first step to getting a project started in terms of making contact with you and starting
yeah, making
the
contact,
process
having a meeting. So if we're doing an addition or if we're just doing a simple remodel on a home, you want to meet them at the house. I like to do I try to have a basic understanding of what they're going to do beforehand before I get there. The next thing I usually do is take a look at all their electrical, take a look at their HVAC, the heating and cooling, anything in there that may be an issue that could affect what they want to do.
Sure.
So from there you get into planning it out, and then now that you know whether your electrical and your other issues, it makes planning going a little more smoother. And then typically if you have a project that's going to take, let's say 2 months to do, we try to have at least 4 or 5 months of planning ahead and talking.
Certainly.
And going. It's minimal.
It's all in the planning.
It really is. Prep is everything.
Absolutely. Well, thanks for coming in. Thanks for sharing
having me.
all the pictures and your story. Gib O'Neill from Gib O'Neill Construction has been our guest, and thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.